Hi everybody, Sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sifunde izincwadi ezibhalwe ngolimi lwethu lesiZulu bese sizala sizoxoxa ngazo lezo indaba esuke sifundile senzela laba abangenaso isikhathi sokuthi bafunde nalaba abasuke benqena nje ukufunda. Guys, incwadi yethu iyeza, as we all know, KZN. We are dealing with floods, so my delivery are like extra delayed. But I'm hoping before the end of this week, I'm getting our new novel. Siyaphinda-ke futhi on this channel sibuke ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama-reality shows, senza ama-reviews and ama-recaps. Siphinde sikhulume nga-any other issues avukayo uma ngabe lama-shows sesiwabukile kwi-TV. Mangabe uyaqala ukusijoyina namhlanje and you really like our content, please press subscribe button la ngezansi bese ungakhohlwa ukuthi upress i-notification bell eduze kuka-subscribe ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. I have been wanting to do this video for izinsuku now. But I decided to wait because every time I thought about doing this video, I just felt like I did not have enough information to comment on the issue. As you can see, the title of the video and also my thumbnail, we are talking about the issue Intaba YaseDubai and his claim that he has not been paid for the biggest song ever. Imali eningi that he hasn't been paid any amount for the work that he did kulelo culo lelo, which was a surprise for all of us. Honestly, you guys, when he came out and said it, I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed that he didn't make money from the song. But I knew that it must be there must be more to that story. I was disappointed because he did the song with Upik Zulu, whom I really like, and I felt like, is it possible or Upik Zulu did that to Intaba YaseDubai? But I decided to wait a little bit and gain more information, you guys. And yes, as usual, it's only information because as into Kubega, everybody wants to defend their position, and as people defend their position, then that's where you get to have a little bit more information. This is the original. Was it Twitter or was it on Facebook? I think it was on Facebook. Original post that Intaba YaseDubai posted that prompted this whole thing that we have not been talking about for like the full week or a week and a half. So he says, nothing in this world beats the pain of watching another man gain a lot of money from your hard work while you are broke. I'm sorry, but I hate features with all my heart because you have to act like we are all okay while only an individual, okay, an individual is. Maleningi has reached over 12 million streams, but I'm broke. I never got R1. Okay. Here's the thing here, guys. When this came out, honestly, I felt like it was directed at uLokhuzana Big Zulu because he talks about an individual. He says an individual is gaining from the song, and he hasn't even received a rand from the song. So I was like, it can't be his recording company because he wouldn't refer to a certain individual if it was his recording company, which is Ambitious Records. So he's probably referring to Big Zulu. And I was disappointed. I was like, why would Big Zulu do that? But then, the music industry, it seems like it's full of snakes. So you never know. The people that we love sometimes are out there robbing people, you never know. But I was so happy, guys, because shortly after this was posted, Uzulu came out. He actually did, was it a live or he posted a video where he is defending his position? He came out very clearly, guys, to say, yes, he did do a song with Intaba YaseDubai, and the song has done well, yes. But he says everything, all of the paperwork for the song was done, and it was done accordingly. He says he contract actually that he entered into Inkabi Records because he also has a company, Big Zulu. I think Kabi Records didn't enter into a contract with Intaba YaseDubai. They entered into a contract with Abantu Bebem Representer, which was his recording company, which was Ambitious Entertainment, and everything was done according to a contract. And all of the money or the monies that were owed to Ambitious Entertainment have been paid to Ambitious Entertainment. It says Yena he doesn't owe Ulokuzan Dubai anything, and he says he doesn't owe Ambitious Entertainment because everything has been paid to them. He says that he's also said that he had a conversation with Intaba YaseDubai and told him to speak to his recording company. Okay, and I was happy to hear that, guys. I was happy to hear that statement from Lokuzano Big Zulu. Honestly, you guys, when you watch that video, I felt like it did seem like Uzulu was disappointed at the post, and he was disappointed that he had come to Izinto being talked about online. And he goes on to defend himself, and he talks about other artists that he has signed under Nkabi Records, how he treats his artists. I think it was just more to express to people that people mustn't fear working with him just because they think he doesn't pay people what he owes. He says that he treats his artists very well. In fact, he pays them over what he's supposed to pay them. I don't know how true that is, guys, but I think he was just trying to defend his position, and I understood that. The only thing that I really just would have loved for Zulu to do, you guys, that I feel like it would have settled this whole thing, I feel like he should have given us numbers, and not only verbally but in paper. He should have just given us numbers and said, guys, this is how much I made from Imaleningi, and this is how much I paid over to Ambitious Entertainment, so we can know here who is being sneaky and who is robbing who. I felt like if he did that, it really would just solve a lot of problems. But I did understand that a lot of the times, like for an example, I can say I'm broke, and then you like Ntando, but uyahola, and I'm like, ngiholi imali encane, and then you're like, can I see your payslip? I'm like, no, you're not gonna see my payslip, because we tend to be very protective of that information. We don't want people to know exactly how much we earn, because you don't want people to judge your lifestyle based on the knowledge that they have about how much you earn. So I felt like, okay, maybe I understand that if he shows us how many millions he made from Imalening, then we might even judge him for his lifestyle. But I really feel like if Uzulu just came out with a statement, it's something that is written, bank extracts from a bank statement from Yenkabi Records to say this is how much has been transferred so far to Ambitious Entertainment, it really would have solved a lot of issues. And then obviously after that, I think maybe Intaba YaseDubai was feeling a little bit guilty about that, because I guess if you've worked together with Upik Zulu, maybe he does take you as a friend, and I guess he was disappointed. And Intaba YaseDubai, I don't know if he called him at all or anything, but of course Intaba YaseDubai came out to say, even though I couldn't find the exact post, but he came out to say, listen, my post was not directed at anyone. Okay, it wasn't directed at Upwik Zulu, and it wasn't directed at my company. But all I'm saying is that me, myself, I have not received anything from that song. The only money that I have received is the 3,700 rands a month that I receive on a monthly basis from Ambitious Records. And okay, and we were like, all right, okay, that means that in a way he was saying, guys, do not blame Uzul, because that post is not really directed at him. I think honestly, Intaba YaseDubai was in his feelings about being broke, and I think he did mean that post. He did mean to direct that post at Uzulu, because he's the only person that you can refer to as an individual in this situation. And I think he regretted it afterwards, and after seeing the video that Upik Zulu had released. So now Ambitious Records, they decided, you know what, we are going to defend ourselves, which makes sense, you guys, for them to come out and defend themselves. So they came out and they said that yes, they did receive list yama payments. I think there was like 3 payments, which when I added them from the document that they had posted, I don't know if they posted it themselves, because I got it from a YouTuber who was talking about it. but it was a list of three payments that they had received from Inkabi Records, and they said ukuthi from ilokhuzana imali eningi they owe them a mastership of the song, 25% of a mastership of the song. More only master, I mean, I assume ukuthi it means ukuthi you own ama rights every time the song is used, whether it's an advert or mhlampe isebenzisa in as ilo ibika le soap or something, then you get ilokhuzana, you get something. But they are in the contract 80, they own 25% of that, so they do not own 100% of or 50%, because there were other people on the song. So then oh Big Zulu, okay, no, so Ambitious released that document allegedly, and when I added those amounts, for me it added up to 94 or 95,000. I was like, okay, that is not a lot of money. But then there was 25%. So I thought maybe if it's 25%, the song must have made like around 350,000. I was like, really? They made that little on that song? But anyway, now we had to consider the fact that, yes, Ambitious Entertainment made that amount, but that was 25% of the full amount. So then that means that now they would have had to pay Intaba YaseDubai his percentage, which means out of the 25%, he doesn't owe all of it. Doesn't he's not owed all of it. You know, if he signed with them that he was going to get 5%, then he's probably gonna get 5% of that. If he signed with them that he gets 25%, he's probably gonna get 25% of that. That is the thing that they didn't really do when it comes to Ilokuzana, Ambitious Records as well. Is that they did not state how much the artist is supposed to be paid. Had they revealed what his contract is, I think it would have settled a lot, because then we would have known how much they owe him. Because a contract is a contract, guys. It might be unfair, but it is a contract and it needs to be honored. And if he signed that contract, Intaba YaseDubai, even if it was a contract where he said that he's only entitled to 1% of what he makes from a song, that is his contract, he signed it, and that's how much he's supposed to get. So then the document that they had released with the payments was not really proof of payment. You know, it wasn't like we can see that money moving from Ambitious Records to Intaba YaseDubai. So people complain, we need more than that. Honestly, they also did post what looked like a proof of payment. It's like an ABSA proof of payment. The one that I have right now was like for 42,000, because after he said Intaba YaseDubai he is only getting 3,700 a month, then people were even more upset. So how can an artist that is so talented get such a little amount from being signed with Ambitious Entertainment? And apparently he's getting this amount every month. And here's the thing again, you guys, with his statement Dubai, is that when he posted, okay, I'll get to that. So then they post a lokuzana a ABSA proof of payment. It looks legit, you guys, but I do work in finance, so I do know that these proof of payments that I like this can be forged. So we're not gonna get to that because we are not FBI, honey. So we're just gonna take it that this is legit, okay? It says it comes from Ambitious Group Pty Ltd, and it's paid to Lindo Gutlem Msomo, which I assume that would be Intaba YaseDubai's real name. And this payment is made to him on the 16th of January 2022, which is just like what, 3 months ago, and it's for 42,782. And on this proof of payment, the beneficiary account number is deleted, so we can't see. Obviously, you wouldn't be, even if you wanted to donate some money to Ulona, you wouldn't be able to do so with this, because they deleted the account number. However, I was just questioning her. I was like, hey, it's hard or not to know, but I know that you can save a beneficiary as a different name than their name that they bank with. But I know that on top of, the title that says subject notice payment to, that would have to be the name that the bank has. So if Dubai is Lindo Msomu and this proof of payment is legit, then this payment definitely went to him. So then Dubai and I posted, this is like 42,782, which I thought that if Ambitious Entertainment made around 90,000 or 94,000, and if they made 94,000 and then they paid him 42,000, wouldn't it make sense that there is 50%? Maybe he signed that he would get, their contract says that he gets 50% of whatever Ambitious makes from the song. Isn't that, wouldn't that make sense, you guys, if this is the payment that they made to him? So there was another, I just couldn't find it now. There was another 50,000 proof of payment that they had posted. However, I couldn't find it online, so I'm just gonna talk about this 42,000 because that's the proof of payment that I can find. So then, yeah, now he also sends something from his bank to show that he's receiving 3,700, guys. I don't think that anybody is disputing that he gets the 3,700 to loan Intaba YaseDubai, but I feel like if you are expecting the viewers, the supporters to support you in this fight, then a full disclosure is really like important. He should have, from the time that the song was released, then we need to be able to see bank statements every single month's bank statement, so that we can see that none, besides the 3,700 that you've received from Ambitious Entertainment, there's no other amount that you have received, because so far we are supporting his fight based on the fact that, based on the history of Ambitious records, because other people have complained about them, then we assume that they are the ones that are wrong in this situation. I felt like I want to see, and I kept hoping that he was going to post that. I wanted to see his bank statement month to month so that I can see that his only payments that he has received in his bank statement is 3,700 monthly. That there is no way in his bank statement that we're going to see that 42,000, and there is no way in his bank statement that we're going to see the 50,000, and that if we see it, he's going to be able to tell us that yes, you guys are seeing 50,000 or 40,000, but that is not for Imalening, that is for something else, because here the proof payment doesn't say what he did, but there's a lot of other works that he's doing with this recording company. We don't even know that this 42,000 is for Imalening. Is it from Imalening or is from other projects that he's done with Ambitious Records? We don't know. So I feel like really, if he posted the like month-to-month statement, it really would just clear out everything. If this payment didn't go to him, then we will know that it really didn't go to him. So I'm not sure, Mina, you guys, how much Ulokuzana Intaba YaseDubai received, and I really feel like, if full disclosure, we needed so for us to be able to support him in this fight. But over and above that, you guys, if you, because I took like, because I was like, let's just say, because he says that he receives 3,700 a month, that would be like 44,400 if you receive that over a period of 12 months. So is that artists paid salaries like employees now, or are they paid based on is it contract based? Is it like work based? You work, we pay based on the work that you did. You go and perform, we pay part of that. Was his agreement with Ambitious Records that from that amount, from imali yama performance, imali yama copyrights, they are going to keep his money and then pay him monthly from that amount? Because I do not understand where 3,700 comes from. But we also we know that means that in a space of 12 months, if it's been 12 months, then he's been paid 44,400. This all depends on what his contract says. Then, you guys, was it yesterday or the day before, they did, someone went to his home and took this video or photos of him being home. Here is the thing, you guys. If I had to go home right now with cameras to see my mom, ngifike ngingashongo nokuthi ngiyeza with the cameras. You guys are gonna think ukuthi Ntando's mother lives in poverty, because sizomfica ezifakela iphinifa lakhe liqebhukile, or inadress yakhe eqebhukile, ezibhathela ithawula lakhe that he, or iblanket wakhe that she never wants to get rid of because she loves it so much. It's home, you guys. And I feel like it was that type of a situation. Number one, ubedla. I don't know why people are making a big deal about the food, because he was eating the most delicious meal that engikhumbulayo bedla uphuthu nemfino. You guys, uphuthu nemfino kumaZulu, and emakhaya, it's not an indication of poverty at all. In fact, mangivakasha ekhaya, I prefer ukufika bepheke uphuthu nemfino than ukuthi ngifike bepheke ilokhuzana mhlawumbe rice nenyama. It's the best food ever. So I feel like that picture is being used so much to sort of show ukuthi he lives in poverty. But I feel like and he no pelepele, it's like you even have, it's like having isalad eceleni mawudli uphuthu nemfino no pelepele. That is really not an indication of poverty, you guys. It really is not, except to the person that hasn't lived emakhaya and ezumzulu, because abanye abantu obviously abayidli ilokhunzana imfino. On top of that, they showed him his mom. I wasn't surprised umama uzigqokele iphinifa lezikebhukele ingathi ubephuma nasensimini, and then his home. I do get when they say ukuthi the way that his home looks shows ukuthi he hasn't made any money. I don't think that it shows that he hasn't made any money, but it shows that he hasn't done anything at home with the money. It could be a sign, but it might not be, because abantu, guys, they work sometimes and they prioritize other things rather than ukuthi balungise ekhaya. Nami ungayi ekhaya namhlanje kunezinto ezingakalungi that esizama ukuzilungisa ekhaya, that you will think ontando besebenza, but they haven't done ABC because asikakafinyeleli lapho. So I feel like even with him, he's still like making it as an artist. Maybe he decided to do other things for himself before alungise ekhaya. We do not know that, but it is not an indication for me that he did not receive the money. I feel like the bank statements for me would be a clear indication, clear cut, that these are the statements for the past whatever. I have not received anything. And also, ambitious records. If I go on my internet banking and I click somebody like a beneficiary, under that beneficiary, I'm gonna see every single payment that I've made for that person since I listed them as a beneficiary. I think even ambitious records should have done that. Just go and get that insight from your bank to say how many payments, not the proof of payments one by one, because now they look sneaky the way that they're doing it. Just get it, you click on it, and you take that screenshot on your bank statement, and it's not going to show your balance. If you are worried, you can scratch out the balance. It's just going to show you the total of all of the payments that you have ever made to the person, and then the thing will be settled. And then in those pictures that he was at home with his mom, or what is it, his brother, bezidlela uphuthu, ngingasahali uphuthu nemfino, nkosi yami, nami bengifisa ukuba laphayana. And I'm looking, uhleli nje, I'm like, this person uhleli ngathi ufika nje wafika waphakela ukudla. I don't know if other people got that. I was like, this doesn't look like umuntu ovukela ekhaya. Honestly, mina, guys, I suspect he doesn't live at home. He lives somewhere, in a nicer place. He pays rent somewhere. Maybe he doesn't own the place, pays rent somewhere. So I really felt like we can, the way that his home looks, it really doesn't give us any information on whether this kid did receive the money or not. I just need more information on that. So I felt like the photos and all of that at home really just felt to me like a PR stunt, and he just hasn't done a lot at home to help out. Maybe it's because he doesn't have the money, but maybe because he just made a choice to do other things rather than make his money. But on top of that, you guys, Intaba YaseDubai was wearing Gucci flip-flops. He was wearing Gucci flip-flops. Listen, you guys, nobody that earns 3,700 rand only a month is gonna be having a flip-flops at Gucci. And if you have a flip-flops at Gucci, you probably have other things, other designer things in your wardrobe. And that means that over and above the 3.7, you have received other monies. And I feel like that's the thing about this, is that We need the full bank statements to be able to say which this kid has not received any other money besides the 3.7 that he is receiving. I mean, for me, the Gucci flip flops, I was like, okay, I'm not saying he's wrong by wearing them. He's not wrong, but I'm just saying for me, because I'm looking for signs. I need to, I don't have a full bank statement, so I'm looking for signs, and I'm seeing these flip flops, and I'm like, uh, something doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up. Listen, it might be that Ambitious Entertainment really owes him a lot of money, and it might be that Inkabi Records does owe him a lot of owe Ambitious a lot of money. But I do need to know if he's received anything other than the 3.7. I think at this point, he really just needs to come clean rather than do the PR stance that he's doing, because we want to support him, but I do feel like we need more information. Plus, online, people have come out to say that, you know what, guys, we need to hold these artists accountable too, because apparently when was making that decision to sign with Ambitious Records, people did warn him, what the hell are you doing? There are people in that company that are allegedly wanting to come out of their contracts, and they're stuck there, and they are broke, and you want to sign with that company. And his reply was, I know what I'm doing. That was his reply. Because that's been my question as well. That this company, like we've heard so many, I'm not in the music industry, guys, but if my kid told me that they're signing with Ambitious Records, I'm like, no. No. I will say no. Because of what I've seen online. I don't know if it's true or not, but I wouldn't allow them to do it. But the fact that these artists are still signing with these companies that people are complaining about, and then at the end of the day, when they're not getting their money and whatever, they come online, and we're supposed to feel sorry for them, and we're supposed to help them in their fights or whatever. I do not understand it. And Ambitious Records have allegedly come out and said that the funny thing is that people are complaining about them, but their emails are full of artists wanting to sign with them. There are young people right now on their email wanting to sign contracts with them. Yet, all of these things, all of this information is out here online. People know about it, but they still go out and they sign these contracts. And then what are we supposed to do as like viewers and followers and supporters? Like, are we supposed to support them in the fights that they shouldn't have gotten into, because they already know? If it's an unknown recording company, I understand, but this one is known. People are complaining about these people for such a long time, but you get into these contracts now. Masuklagile, you come out so that we can support you. I don't get that, you guys. Originally, I really wanted to come out here and support him and be like, you know what, this is a young kid, he's very talented, and he is very talented, you guys. I think the most unfortunate thing out of this situation is that he says he has quit music, which is really like unfortunate. That is an unfortunate part about it. But I wanted to come here, guys, and defend him, and put my 2 cents support and be like, yes, Ambitious Records, please pay him his money. Inkabi Records, please pay him his money. But I cannot do that because I do not have enough information. And I do not understand how he got himself into this contract when people were already complaining so much about this company. And also, like, he must explain, like the 3.7, because guys, if I when I signed my contract at work, I read it, and then the parts that I didn't understand, I called HR and I asked, what does this mean? And when I got paid my first salary and it was short with like 300 rands, I called HR and I was like, my salary is short, what's happening here? And they were like, no, but on your first month of whatever, this is what we deduct, and then that money will come back, whatever. How are you getting 3.7 every month and nobody is explaining to you what it's for, and you are not asking what it's for? And you just sit there and then you go on Facebook and post instead of speaking to your company about it. Like, those are the things that I don't understand. I want to support him, and it's a big possibility that whatever it is that he says is owed to him, it's a big possibility that he is owed that. But I feel like, as a viewer, as a supporter of his music, I would love to get more information for me to be able to support him. Listen, guys, this video was longer than I thought, but I just wanted to clearly explain my thoughts on this issue. Please like the video before Pumegiona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Tell me what your view is in the comment section. Do you feel like he's owed any money? Do you feel like you have enough information to know if he's owed any money? What do you feel about this recording company that people have been complaining about? And by the way, guys, everything that I have said today is alleged, as far as all of the people that are mentioned is in this video are concerned. Thank you so much. Nginethanda kakhulu.